everybody, what's up? Today's video is a special video because Valentine's Day is here, which means it's a day of love and happiness and you get to spoil your loved ones, but it also means lots of chocolate and desserts, and I am so excited for that. So I was looking on Pinterest and I saw this recipe and it looked so good and super simple. So I thought I'd record it and show you how to make it, so in case you guys want to make it for Valentine's Day, you can do that. So let's get started.
All you will need is a box of brownie mix, cake pop sticks, a tub of frosting, sprinkles for the top of the cake pops, almond bark or melting chocolate, and some pink food coloring. To start off this recipe, you bake the brownies as it shows on the box. Now the brownies are done, so now you just let them cool, so then once they're done cooling, you can mash them all together. Once they're done and fully cooled, take them apart and put them into a bowl. It might help to cut off the edges if the edges are really hard, but my edges weren't hard, so I'm putting them all in. Next, you'll use the frosting. You only need about half of the jar of frosting, but you can use more if you would like. I just used about half of it. Then you smash it all together and you make the batter for the cake pops. So once it's all mixed together, you should have a consistency like that. And I use 1 tablespoon to make the cake pop balls and just roll them in my hands and set them on parchment paper. The batter I used ended up making about 40 cake pop balls in the size of a tablespoon. You make all the cake pop balls. If you put them in the freezer, they'll harden, which makes it easier for dipping them into the chocolate. Next, you'll need a small pan, almond bark or whatever melting chocolate you're using. You break it up and you put it on the stove and heat it on low heat until it's completely melted. Make sure not to overheat it because it might turn into a weird consistency and make it really hard for dipping. The melting part took about 10 minutes for me to be fully melted. Once it's fully melted, it usually stays that consistency for a little while, so you don't have to rush too much to dip all the cake pop balls. After it's all melted, I added a couple drops of pink food coloring and voila, it turned into a nice light pink. A tip to keep the cake pop balls from falling off the sticks when you're dipping them is to melt a little chocolate at the bottom of the stick attached to the cake pop, and they harden and it makes it easier to dip them and they don't fall off as easily. Next, you just start dipping the balls into the melting chocolate and then tapping it on the side so any excess chocolate runs off and they're as smooth as possible. And before they harden, you add a couple sprinkles to the top. Now that they're all done, I'm going to put them in the fridge or freezer for when people come over, I can give them to them. And any excess balls I had that I didn't have sticks for, I just made into truffles. Voila, now you're done, and now you can enjoy these delicious Valentine cakes, or you can give them to someone you love, or eat them all yourself.
That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments below if you end up trying to make those, and post a picture because I want to see it. Don't forget to subscribe below and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for future videos, and happy Valentine's Day.